Time to go! Let's meet the others at the mausoleum of King Deshrek.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes, one cannot know what freedom truly means without first losing it.
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirage, no matter how glorious, can compare to true beauty.
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be put into words. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. But the question still troubles us. What are the many disasters that this world faces, but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I would express it differently. I must not fail. And so the question I am most curious about now is whether the path to victory will be an arduous one.
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree, if we would only cast aside our ignorance and look beyond the veil of time to see her true form.
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. The preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep up with you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are all complete. As discussed during our meeting,
accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just they're a little more extreme and more technologically demanding to implement. Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same origin. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all of Teyvat. A system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. Hypatia has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
that's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going. Please, continue.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute them to every single person we can reach.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes, everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials we need.
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes, but this time the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge, just to connect to Irminsul. That's the key.
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the Akasha system's main terminal. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before, so...
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people controls the situation.
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, it has only ever been made available to scholars, who don't constitute a particularly large group of people. But by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, all the individual connections will stack up to create a significant load on the system. Under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional load. But with it already being under strain from other activities, its remaining capacity is limited. Thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely by overloading it. Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready! In the past, when people sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop.
Please stop. End this transformation.
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree has stopped growing!
Great.
What a display of true courage! The courage to think and the courage to act! I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes. Perhaps this is human wisdom in action?
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing. Gods are few and far between.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose. A rather ingenious plan.
I am grateful to you three for your help. thanks to you were we able to extend Aru's interference capabilities to cover all terminals. Now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dottore possesses, he will not be able to see us clearly. Now for the next step. I will need the help of your supreme powers once again.
How might we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately.
Right now?
In that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity to dust off our old tricks?
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to me as a gift? Asking for it back, are you?
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in the desert?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safei Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred and momentous act.
Transfer initiated. Entering live combat mode.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might have been captured.
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot of Mora.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nodcry and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
that is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kustanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating a puppet.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground truly lies.
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood, but it turns out that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irminsul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world inside the existing one. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the opportunity to experiment?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity? Or my radicalism?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sumeru. I daren't imagine the consequences. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also being sensitive to Snezhnaya's predicament. It was an easy win. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't argue with that. Many people say that about you.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death. Living and dying together has a way of binding two parties together rather closely. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing for me to say? After all, you've already had quite a long life, especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that anymore. I am. We're the same in this regard. We both despise the existing laws of this world, and neither of us enjoy being under anyone else's control.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships. You can attest to that.
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsul's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround. Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means. The fact is...
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates any moment now.
But even so, I would say Irminsul is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office, too.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Very well. But you're really asking for the moon here. Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church while an angry mob outside waited to bring him to justice. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request, the chance to finish confessing his sins before he was sentenced. Many suns and moons passed, seasons changed, and still his confession continued, as if he intended to speak until the end of time.
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you hoping that I might confess my sins to you?
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
For someone who despises them so, you never seem to have any objections to me creating or becoming one. At first, I thought you'd be furious.
Concerned I would terminate our partnership, were you?
Not at all. You had reasons why our partnership must continue.
Don't you find people's attitudes toward gods amusing? A god descends from the heavens and people worship it unreservedly, blindly following whatever rules are given to them. And yet, when they see an ordinary person gain godlike levels of power by virtue of their own hard work, they treat him with nothing but suspicion, even if he is a compatriot.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
No, I was just thinking. I pity the man who would call you a compatriot.
There's no need to be so self-critical. I know it's a little late in the day to be asking this, but how have you been keeping?
I'm flattered that you would take the time out of your busy schedule to consider my well-being, Doctor. The part of your soul that went to Nodcry caused quite a stir, sending our organization back to the drawing board on numerous fronts. It was quite a headache for everyone involved.
Dear me, I must have caused you no end of trouble.
You certainly did. I had the rare honor of being summoned before the Tsaritsa with Pulcinella to answer for myself. A terrifying ordeal. Don't worry, I pulled through. At most, it's a public relations nightmare. I made sure of that.
Now I'm curious. How did you explain yourself?
Oh, it was quite simple. I just pinned the blame on someone who wasn't there to defend himself. I could hardly be expected to defy the demands of someone as insistent as the Second Harbinger, now could I?
How you slander me. You know full well that I am perfectly amenable to reason. There's no question that you are partly to blame for the ruin of my reputation over the years. Do you have anything lined up for when this is all over?
Hard to say. Field work always takes quite a toll on me, as you know. I'm back at Nahida with a cigarette.
Why are you so eager to ruin your lungs after I went to the trouble of replacing them for you?
If you have an issue with it, feel free to try to stop me. What's on your mind?
The limits of humanity. It's a pity. Despite running countless calculations, I find there is simply no way to reduce any further the amount of one's soul required to sustain an individual.
It's rare to hear you admit to being unable to achieve something.
I beg to differ. For instance, as I've told you before, the original me was prone to motion sickness and couldn't make long train rides.
Ah, yes, of course. One of the reasons you often sent yourself out on errands. What are you thinking about now?
A new experiment. In the event that my soul was depleted, say we extracted my data from someone else's memories, yours for instance, and then combined it with your intact soul as the base material, what would we create?
Such a scenario would be impossible.
Oh?
As long as your current soul survives, there will be no need to create a new individual. Don't forget, you were the one who approved of the present situation wherein only one Dottore remains. And if you see to exist, who would be able to perform the experiment?
Since the day I met you, you've always excelled at talking your way out of a quandary.
Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish to keep you from your business, of course. Very well.
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars is truly remarkable. With just a chessboard, you can move an entire unit across the material plane.
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier fight. Really makes my day. The last time we stormed the city, it involved a lot more running around.
I wonder they stormed the city twice in their lifetime.
I was just thinking that. I've definitely had more than my fair share of unusual experiences in my life.
This is my first time here, actually. We never usually leave Gandharvaville.
I hope this will be my last time.
Does everyone have to chime in? Can't we just fight?
What an amusing comment, my dear lady. Yet humans often alleviate tension via small talk, do they not?
Wow! Why is Candace's shield talking?
Because the image on her shield is one of me. And I, of course, can appear wherever I wish to.
Huh. Well, la-di-da. Isn't that fancy? Could I get in on this?
You wish for your gauntlet to speak? Why, certainly.
Ahem. I think you'll find that it is I whose image is carved hereupon.
Thanks. Definitely feel stronger now.
You're welcome, my lady. I am glad to lend you my power.
Sino, what's the situation? There are troops stationed at every entrance. As we expected. A frontal assault will suffice. Everyone, stick to the plan. We'll take the main entrance. You head for the House of Dana's side door. Move out.
my way!
Now,
Here,
your
let me
turn.
take this! Wow! Get lost!
Thank you, Jed.
You gotta be more careful. If you're not ready to put your life on the line, you can't be certain of defeating your opponent.
She's right. Keep your wits about you, Rana.
Surrender your dues.
Do your worst! Grant us your blessing! Let's get it on! You're dead meat!
Leaving so soon.
Buckle up! Hi!
Prepare yourself.
Futile! Yield! Hear my prayer!
Surrender. Can't run from death.
Take them out and secure the harbor. Reinforcements will arrive by water.
Consider it done. Show no mercy.
You stay condemned!
Nahida, you need to hurry up.
Their penance is due!
Do your worst! Grant us your blessing!
An unfortunate fall.
Futile!
Surrender.
Please! Depressing!
Futile! Judgment is upon you!
Use of force.
You stay condemned! Your penance is due!
Indo! You asked for it! Jammed!
Waterway secured.
Brothers, sisters.
Perfect. Just in time.
Welcome. Once we've linked up, we'll continue the advance.
The team has arrived at the north entrance, as planned.
Good. Press on.
Are you here to play with me?
Nowhere to run!
Yield! We shall prevail! Look alive!
Let me amuse you. You're here!
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
Well played.
Let me amuse myself.
Grant us your blessing!
You really know how to get shine.
Please! Gloves off! Run while you still can! There's nowhere to hide!
Couldn't.
Did it?
Surrender!
push!
Finally. We need to hurry. Take the middle road now.
Mahamatra Sino, area clear.
Don't relax just yet. More Fatui approaching from the right.
Irminsul cannot track our movements. If necessary, we could split up.
Don't worry. We'll wipe them all out.
As you can see, our people came raring to go.
Good, good.
How are things with the Traveler? Can Tainari keep him safe?
Don't underestimate Tainari just because he's a forest watcher. He can handle it.
All right. No, that's not what I meant.
Sino and the reinforcements have drawn the Fatui's fire away. It's our turn. By using a cluster leaf of cultivation, we can pass through certain terrain silently.
Good luck with that. We'll just fly up there.
Huh? Oh, yeah. My mom forgot she could fly.
Ready?
Ready.
Can't see? Keep up.
Depressing!
One with the force. I'll uproot you!
Unsightly insects!
Jams!
Squall and Fury!
Search forth! Quit following me. Too slow. Fatui soldier up ahead.
Careful.
Prepare for battle.
Hey! There's people over there.
You have some nerve showing your faces here in the center of Sumeru City.
You're right on schedule.
Well, this guy sure as heck isn't your average Fatui sergeant.
They've stationed quite a few people nearby. It definitely looks like they were waiting for us. But something feels off. Everything about this guy feels too deliberate. I highly doubt he's just a subordinate of Dottore's. And he's no mere sergeant. Whatever his rank is, it's high. Much higher than we thought. So you've been waiting for us. But it looks like you're geared up for a conversation, rather than a battle.
Very clever, General Mahamatra Sino. I know you're the one in charge of the siege, and I look forward to making a deal with you.
A siege? Sumeru City belongs to us!
Historically, yes. But things can always change. We have quite a sizable force with us, you know. For instance...
There's a Fatui ambush at the north gate.
Can you handle him?
We can for now.
As I'm quite sure both sides can hold their ground for the time being, the battle has not yet reached its climax. But what happens next? Do you enjoy watching bloodshed? Surely some of those here are people you count as friends. Once a war begins, some people must die. I doubt you wish that fate upon anyone you know.
Wait a second. It's a trick. He's not even there. Silence!
He disappeared. What was that? A ghost?
Curses! He was never there to begin with. That was just a shadow projected there to lure us in.
Enough talk! Attack!
I apologize for being unable to accompany you at this crucial moment, but I am compelled to leave for reasons beyond my control. Please excuse me. Sumeru's General Mahamatra is quite ruthless. It's a good thing I wasn't there in person.
Your illusion held them up for a time just fine. But now that they have seen through it, they will realize you were just a decoy.
Decoy or not, what matters now is that they will be heading your way imminently.
Not imminently. They are already here.
We made it!
This is far enough. Tainari, you go help Sino. Don't worry about us. We'll manage from here.
Are you sure you don't need me to stand guard?
No need. Once the connection is established, we'll disappear from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go help the others.
All right. Goodbye for now, then. Please tread carefully.
Now where's the interface Nahida mentioned? Come on, where's it hiding?
Found it. It's over here. We can connect to the inside of Irminsul through the sanctuary of Surasthana's built-in security system. You should be pretty familiar with the process.
Is it the same route as last time?
For the most part. We don't need to adjust any of the parameters.
Then I should be fine.
And Paimon? Once you're both ready, we'll set off.
Wait! The stakes are way higher this time, right? Maybe Paimon should stay outside and help the others. Then... Huh? Why are you staring at me like that?
It's nothing. I just suddenly realized how much you've grown.
Hey, you've grown quite a lot yourself. Don't you two start getting into it again.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks she's pretty knowledgeable. Who's the best guide in Tavatigan? And don't forget, Paimon's a college student now.
If we say Alhatham's not a weirdo, it's hard to explain how he came up with the idea of you applying to the academia. But for all that he counts, you're doing surprisingly well in your studies.
She just goes to show how important it is to have someone supporting you. And Paimon's not the only one. Let's not forget that you only became a student because of Nahida's personal recommendation.
That's fair. I have learned a lot in Sumeru. Oh yeah. Did you ever come up with that ugly nickname you promised me?
What? No way! We're friends now! Paimon gave up on giving you one ages ago. anyway? Isn't Hat Guy enough of a nickname for you?
Fine. Suit yourself.
We need to go. Paimon, if you're staying, look after yourself.
Will do. Paimon's gonna link up with Tighnari and Cyno. You guys are the ones who need to be careful.
We will be. Bye for now.
Initiating connection. Well, here we are again. Come to think of it, I still don't even know where we're going.
Thanks to our terminals, it should be impossible for Irminsul to read. I can...
Don't tell me. Only you need to know. That way, whatever happens to me next, it won't affect your progress.
Listen to me. Your safety is just as important as mine. Don't even think about sacrificing yourself for the greater good. We came here together, and we're leaving together.
All right, if you insist. I won't argue with you.
This place looks so different from how I remember. It's unrecognizable. It's a complete mess. Like someone's turned the place upside down.
Must be Dottore's doing. Either he's searching for some information he needs, or...
It's still changing.
He has to know we've entered Irminsul. But luckily for us, he can't pinpoint our location. Be on your guard. Don't let him find us. The red parts have probably been corrupted by Dottore's power. Don't touch them, or you might alert him. He's looking for us. Tread carefully. That wall could be a problem. Fortunately, it looks breakable. Give it a shot. The wind rises. Upon the gale. Upon the gale. Behold! The wind rises. The same old trick again? Are you kidding me? Let's handle it just like we did before. This cheap trick isn't gonna stop us.
Oh no, it's
a trap. Is that why he was using the same trick over and over again? To get us to lower our guard?
I'm trapped!
Why won't this thing budge?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Nicole, is that you?
Yes, it's me. I'm monitoring your progress from inside the Eternal Oasis. And I have to say, this terminal is simply marvelous. It makes tracking you so much easier. I couldn't see anything at first, but now that you two are inside, I can use your location with support from the terminals to get a view of the situation inside Irminsul. It's not the clearest image, but... Well, here I am. And your name helped to get you out of... I lead. Dottore in his current form is applied upon both Irminsul and the ley lines. Pay attention to your surroundings. There must be sources of his contamination nearby. The corrupted...
Is that one of them?
Good work. But we're not done yet. Stay close. And let's see if we can find any others like it nearby.
Too slow. Squall Fury! Upon the gale!
This must be another one.
Agreed. Now... Wait! Watch out!
It's Dottore! I think he's found us.
The seal is broken. Quick! Get out of there!
Quit following me.
And where exactly do you think you can run to?
Wait, what is that?
Pursuers! That's gotta be it!
Run! Don't let that thing touch you!
Dodge that attack!
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left! Trust me!
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves! Stay focused!
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left! Trust me!
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves! Stay focused!
There's a cliff ahead. Jump!
More of those corruption sources. Destroy them as you did before, and open the exit as quickly as possible. They're relentless. Is he trying to wear us down? You'll just have to destroy these two.
Quit following me.
I think the pursuit is over.
Hard to say. Stay alert. The wind rises.
Whew. I think we've made it to relative safety.
Goodness. That was tough.
You doing okay?
I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Take a short rest, and then...
Nicole? Nicole!
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another. How very touching.
Dottore!
Took you long enough to find us. You're more useless than I thought.
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free. I indulged your presumption that I was unable to track your movements, played along with your clever little plan. Fleeing is for animals, but I rather enjoy watching you flee. Some things lose the will to run altogether as soon as you put them in a cage.
If that's true, then why did you come looking for us?
Because I wanted to observe you up close, of course. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not here for a fight. Is it so unusual that I wish to greet my old acquaintances in person? After all, it's been a while. Scaramouche. Why are you so afraid? I have done nothing unprecedented in discovering the truth. Nor did I go to any great lengths to uncover your story. You made a bold series of moves in deciding to erase yourself. And with the power of this great chronicling device called Irminsul, you were able to achieve something quite remarkable. Once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase every trace of your existence. A novel take on death indeed. However, this meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in Nodcry. I didn't even have to go looking for you. Just the sight of you was enough for me to intuit the truth. For someone in my position, connecting the dots was a trivial affair. It would have been more surprising if I hadn't managed to piece it together.
You seem very pleased with yourself for figuring it out. I'm sure you'd even be more delighted to learn the full extent of your crimes.
That would hardly be necessary. Besides, isn't there something that concerns you more right now? Something that fills you with dread? Let me put your mind at ease. I have no intention whatsoever of restoring any of the records you deleted. For one thing, it would be exceptionally difficult. But more to the point, I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. Because in your case, the cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes. Isn't it?
Dottore?
All here shall bend to my will.
I'm afraid you'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. Ah, how foolish of me. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done!
Oh, will I now?
How amusing. You're dead. Unsightly insects. Squall and fury.
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Dottore. You focus on the mission. Got it!
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night. May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness, and hereby fulfill our ancient vow. Commence data extraction.
Outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Good timing.
Dottore, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all.
Huh.
My strength is fading! Since you are within Irminsul, it stands to reason that any power you wield comes from it.
You're extracting the information from Irminsul just to strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness.
We certainly have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting started. It's time. Say your prayers.
Stay out of your fences, but watch your back.
It's time. Say your prayers. The wind rises. It's time. Say your prayers.
Burn all before you. Blade of the purple flame.
Behold. It's time! Say your prayers!
Muso no Hitotaki!
Behold! It's time! Say your prayers! Finally, time for you to die. Excited?
Time for me to die? How could I have reached this place if death was something I feared?
The last gasp. It's time! Say your prayers!
That's enough!
It's all yours. Do with it as you see fit.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action. I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of Irminsul. Commend me or condemn me. But give your verdict now!
Blessed One of Wisdom, Mahakusaladhama, are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority to destroy Irminsul? It represents both your roots and your finest accomplishments. You truly intend to abandon the very thing you have always fought for?
This is my decision. Irminsul has been corrupted beyond redemption.
Irminsul is the original tree of Tevat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should honor and revere it, for their authority was bestowed upon them by the heavenly principles.
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity it exists to protect. Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision. If you truly care about the fortunes of this world, then it is me you should seek to preserve.
Planting a seed begins the chain of cause and effect. Since you have become a great tree yourself, why should the loss of another tree be anything to fear? Till we meet again, Lord of Dendro.
The first flame. The pure, cleansing fire.
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part. The 35-year-old segment thought of himself as Dottore, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, Dottore searched for a new direction. He joined the Fatui, studied Elazar in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Conrian technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Nahida, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zandik remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up! Call for help!
Surely he would be rescued, Zandik thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zandik was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zandiks were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
What a magnificent fire. In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold. Fire, it seems, is antithetical to ideas such as cold, frozen, and unchanging.
Perhaps it has always been that way. From the beginning, fire has been used to drive away wild beasts and warm the body and mind. You could say it's a form of treatment. One that cures the human heart of mortal fear.
Mortal fear? Something you haven't been acquainted with in a long time, by the sounds of it.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the elixir of immortality. You claimed that extending your lifespan was about buying more time. But was that really the truth? You fear the prospect of dying a wretched end in this world, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm only human after all. And while you may have forgotten it, you cannot deny that you too were once human, Dottore. I do not believe that there is no such fear in your heart.
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted myself to my experiments. I have felt no fear since.
From the very beginning, I never thought you could win this game.
But still you came, contract in hand, to honor our agreement.
Because I am a reputable partner.
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here and completed my creation, and I do not regret my decision.
I'm afraid your journey ends here.
After I die, there will be no one to make the elixir of immortality, and your remaining stock will only last a few more years. How then will you prove that you didn't perish in this incident alongside everyone else?
When I feel optimistic about market environments, I never forcibly adjust them. They have their own direction. And I myself am one such environment. I have been quite particular about many things in my life. But where the manner of my death is concerned, I choose not to be.
You make yourself sound so magnanimous.
Oh, but I am. And I hope you will be too. It may have been a long time since anyone told you this, Dottore, but I recognize that you are a truly rare talent.
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy that I've been performing all this time. It has been a long process, and I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason for it to end.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zondik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zondik.
I could have carried out many more experiments, but to me, Lord of Dendro, this outcome is certainly not the worst.
I believe you. But unfortunately, this is where it all ends for you. This experiment does not belong to you, nor do any of the results.
Experiment? It sounds like you're trying to outdo me in my own field.
Wisdom is conveying information in terms that people can clearly understand. You know exactly what I mean.
Indeed. I can see no further outcomes. Ha. You have a formidable mind, and you are braver than I thought. Setting fire to the very thing your survival depends on. Your previous threat was empty, but this time, it is real.
When necessary, wisdom can be as fierce as an inferno. Some of the flames that incinerate you come from within yourself.
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the human heart, and that is your wisdom.
Here is where your journey comes to an end. All that is yet unknown belongs to those of us who will carry on living.
It seems I have unwittingly been your arch-enemy all along. But now, it's all over.
I do not deny your intelligence. But what you refer to as experiments, I would never describe in those terms. They are events that take place in the real world, and they are so much more than mere data. Goodbye. We will never meet again.
Well, that's the last of them. Everyone on the list is already back where they should be.
It was a long, hard road, but we finally finished escorting everyone back. I just pray that we'll never need to leave again. I hope we can stay here forever in this peaceful paradise of our own choosing.
Paradise. In the annals of the Temple of Silence, that word carries great significance. It represents the hopes and desires of the gods. Their longing for a place to rest.
I wouldn't think gods need such a place.
People always think they're the only ones who can lose their homes. They forget that gods too need a place to reside. As the Goat King wanted it, the god without his people shall cease to exist. Gods need their believers every bit as much as their believers need them.
Only we can truly understand how much the desert faith has faded over the centuries. But we still talk about the guts as though they're part of our lives.
Given the myriad ways in which gods and humans interact, I'd say they really are. How else could Dunyarzad consider the Dendro Archon a friend?
Well, that sounds about right to me. Describing them as friends sure makes us feel a whole lot closer.
If you told me a few years back that I'd have this many friends, I'd have called you a liar.
Belief is a choice, just like friendship. We've made our choices through battle. The right ones, wouldn't you say?
I'll be heading back to the Temple of Silence. I heard the Goat King and the Ibis King decided to pay us a visit. How about you?
It's back to Aru Village for us. Still plenty of supplies to distribute and people to help.
Until next time, old friend. As long as you can find the time, you're always welcome to visit us in Aru Village.
Right back at you. Make sure to drop by the Temple of Silence the next time you're free. Word is that two of the other 7 pillars, Chesapank and Bennu, might also be dropping by. Since you're wearing the symbols of their power, it'd only be fitting if you came to see them for yourselves.
Dropping by? That makes it sound like they're visiting a neighbor's home.
Well, the temple was founded by Hermanubis, so I guess to them, that's exactly what it is.
Guess that's true.
All right. We'll make sure to find time to stop by. Stay safe on your journey home.
I will.
You do have a point.
See? Retirement has always been a problem, especially for old-timers like us who've been locked away all these years. You finally step out into the light, and bam! You're face to face with a whole different world.
Naturally. What do you think, Layla?
Huh? Why would you think to ask me? How could I I possibly be qualified to decide where the servants of King Deshret should live?
Sorry if my question was unclear. Do you think their statues will stand out too much if we place them here?
Hey, I never agreed to this. How could we possibly allow our statues to be left in Hermanubis' home? That would be like breaking into someone's house, then pretending it belonged to you in the first place.
Different beliefs can coexist. We still need to respect one another.
By which you mean, you two plan to stay at the Temple of Silence, for a while at least, but you have no intention of relocating your statues here. So, you see this as sort of a family visit? Is that correct?
Family.
You could say that. In a sense, Hermanubis would view this as his home. Just look at this place. Magnificent, is it not? The sad truth is, in the past, all three of us invested so much into misguided ventures. We failed to build what we should have, and wasted so much time instead.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean that for the most part, time spent associating with the likes of Sobek, and, let's say, Thoth, might reasonably be considered wasted.
Why does that not surprise me? Go on.
Anyway, given how much time we'll all be spending together, I'd say that the bonds we built will end up proving to have been a sound investment.
Once Sathos, the leader of the Temple of Silence, returns, you can discuss the matter of staying here with him. But judging by the expressions of everyone here, I imagine you'll receive a very warm welcome. This sacred ground houses untold knowledge, after all. What better place for the servants of King Deshret to appear in the mortal world?
How about we share a meal together first? I imagine it's been many years since you last tasted fresh food.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! After so many hundreds of years, I can only surmise that desert cuisine has become a lot more varied.
Are we having a get-together? If you'd like, I can help prepare some food. After all, Lord Thoth, you helped me so much in the desert, and I still haven't properly thanked you.
Oh, my, that would be wonderful. I'm touched that you still remember.
How the times have changed! To the people of today, it seems the Ibis King has become a kind and passionate god.
And you, Mr. Herreshoff? What kind of god do you wish to be?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. How about you, Dendro Archon? Do you have any hopes for your future?
Me? I'm very happy with my current life.
Forgive my bluntness, but you do not seem to derive your authority from majesty and might, like Dalakar. Clearly your approach has its advantages, but also its dangers, don't you think?
I do, but projecting a majestic front doesn't really suit me. Besides, my relationship with others isn't simply one of a god and her people.
Not putting on airs might earn you more adoration.
Exactly. Besides, I really like parties where everyone brings their own food and we all come together to share. You should try this. I'm sure you'll find it fun.
Last time when we got together for a picnic near the Avidia Forest, it was quite the occasion. You're already here. How about we hold the next one in the desert?
Can we do that? Wouldn't Tainari have to transport a ton of drinking water?
Don't worry, I can help out. Layla, would you like to join us next time?
Me? Sure.
The more the merrier. That way we...
Don't take this the wrong way. I just think you should know. When it comes to passing the time, chess is more our thing.
In that case, Dendro Archon, what do you say?
If I were to compete against you, I can't say with certainty I'd win. but I certainly wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
Where's Sobek? I'm sure he'd be good for a few rounds. Cards, cards, cards! I'll always prefer chess.
I wonder what variant of chess we're talking here. Mr. Thoth, is there some sort of astrological significance to this game?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. As long as the leader of the Temple of Silence agrees, we can search Hermanubis' place for books to teach you how to play.
Such devastation visited on Sumeru City. So many houses destroyed or damaged in the fighting. Who could have foreseen this? Look at all of this. It's going to take me forever to tidy up. I suppose living below the academia doesn't always work out to your advantage.
I would have thought a little appreciation of my sincerity and effort in helping to clean up this mess might be in order.
Helping? Effort? This is your house! Of course you should be putting in the effort! If anything, I'm the one who's helping!
So you see yourself as just a helper in this situation. I must admit, I'm rather shocked.
If you're trying to say that since I live here too, I have an obligation to tidy up, fine, I suppose I do. Wait a second, stop changing the subject! Nevertheless...
In the wake of a great storm, a missing roof is a predictable inconvenience.
Can you stop making it seem like I care more about this house than you do? Doesn't it upset you at all to see your home in this state?
I won't pretend it's ideal, but that's no reason to be upset.
This is the roof over your head, your shelter from the cold. The furniture is scattered, the paintings have fallen off the walls, the windows are shattered. Don't you feel even a little disheartened?
The way I see it, these problems are easily solved.
Ugh, this is precisely why I hate talking to you about sentimental things. It's like banging my head against a wall. You simply don't understand just how much work goes into making a proper home.
It sounds like this is causing you a lot of anguish.
You mean the house or paintings?
I mean your sentimentality.
Oh, well, yes. But I'd rather not dwell on such things right now.
Generally speaking, when anguish becomes the norm, people usually make an attempt to improve their situation.
But there are so many people and things in life that are difficult to change. It's not like you can force them. Besides, anguish can be a source of inspiration. And I'm not sure I could break my reliance on it.
I'm glad you're able to make yourself think like that.
What kind of a response is that? I was stating a profound truth about the very nature of art. Suffering is the cradle of all creation. Even you can't deny that.
And I wasn't trying to. Just happy for you. Pure and simple. Can't you tell?
Happy about what?
Happy that you can always find an answer that backs up your views.
You...
More often than not, life is a process of running into problems and then searching for answers. Yours more than most. Not everyone's so good at justifying things to themselves. It's something that you've been steadily mastering.
Huh. What about you, then? What skills have you been mastering lately?
Pass me that box.
Huh? Okay.
You may consider this my progress on the path to mastery.
What? Wait a second. Isn't that box mine? Hey, it is! It must have fallen off that shelf. I'll hate them. Those are my paints and inks.
Would you like me to put it in your bedroom for you?
Huh? I mean, sure, if you don't mind. What kind of progress is this? Does he think he can bribe me? Not that giving me back my own things is much of a bribe. These books on the floor, they're a complete mess. And this one, didn't he say it was an out-of-print collectible? It's completely covered in dust, and some of its pages have even fallen out. Ugh, guess I should help him repair it. This one too. And this one.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons.
Thunder Beast's imported goods? Right future ahead. I can picture the Mora just rolling in.
You do realize you sound like a choking cow?
It's called being imposing. Can't you feel it? Are you not intimidated?
Oh, I'm positively shaking in my... Commands do you have for me, oh mighty Lord Sangamabe?
You've got a lot of nerve. You went... Seriously, you have an idea how differently they see now?
Surely that's a good thing. I presume they're more disposed to... Now, maybe I knew you as a friend.
You traded my secret for sympathy! Thanks to you, I've lost every last shred of... majesty. Big skin battle!
The dark days of Lord Sangamabe are behind you. Take this and maybe lost friends.
Speaking of friends, since when did the notorious Lady Nefer... admiration earlier now types? A moon chanter here? An angel there? Who'd have thought it?
It's nothing more. No need to throw around accusations of admiration.
Forget it. You're right about one thing at least. Making friends is never a bad thing for a merchant. Still, I really took a loss this time.
A little birdie. When Lord Sangamabe makes money, tears flow from the center of her eyes. But when she loses it, they flow from the corners. Which is this?
You are so annoying. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Nefer, thank goodness you're here. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Huh? Oh, well, if it isn't the House of Dana's very own librarian. What can I offer you today, Miss Katayun?
Oh, no, I'm not here to buy. I'm here to bring Lady Nefer a book, and a fascinating one at that. We agreed to meet at the entrance to the mausoleum. One more. I got this copy with my own money. It's not borrowed.
Reasoning day. A mouthful.
Isn't that the one that...
It was all the rage for a while. People throughout the city were clamoring to get their hands on a copy. The names inside were all circled. Everyone thought it was a riddle.
Oh, my presents. I don't even want to hear its name. That thing was nothing but a scam.
Surprisingly enough, I've actually heard of this book. Though it doesn't seem of much consequence. So, what truth lies behind?
You're Mavahumana? You're asking me what the truth? The actual truth was about the least important part of the whole episode. I brought you this book because it probably has the most interesting backstory of any in the House of... at least in recent years. As for its quality, well, you can judge that for yourself.
Don't tell me it's actually any good.
You may not know this, Lord Sangamabe, but Lady Nefer has a fondness for books with... how should I put this? Mixed reviews?
Why, for good literature, huh?
Perhaps she feels bad books hide interesting secrets. But I can put words in her mouth. It's probably fair to say she prefers con...
Suits my style as an intel broker, wouldn't you say? Interesting, thank you. I'll return it to you once I'm done reading. And as it happens, I have something for you, too.
Incense?
These I gave you last time? Here's more. This batch is from Nodcry, so the scent won't be quite the same.
Well, actually, I've been saving the incense you gave me. I couldn't bring myself to waste it without a special occasion. But I'll gladly accept this, too. And I promise I'll use it this time.
Katayun, you haven't changed a bit.
Congratulations, Collei.
Well done, Collei. After studying for so long, you've finally become a full-fledged ranger.
Hasn't been easy, huh? This really fantastic news.
All grown up. No longer a trainee, but an official forest ranger. Oh, the next step is to secure tenure in the academia.
It's true. I'm an official forest ranger now. Master Tainari, thank you for your guidance and support. Wish Mr. Sino were here so I could thank him too.
Sino had a matter to attend to at the Temple of Silence. I don't imagine he'll be back for some time. But don't worry, we can celebrate together once he's finished.
I'm afraid the party will have to wait. Collei still has some matters to attend to first.
Collei? Is everything all right?
No, it's not what you think. There's nothing with my house. I do a few things I need. Master Tainari and Mr. Sano will be accompanying us too.
Well, that's a relief. Let's get together when everyone's back. I'm sure you'll be doing even better by then.
Of course. I have a feeling you're right. Phew! After all that catching up on sleep and food, I'm feeling full vinegar again.
Someone who spends so much time resting, recovery routine is surprisingly simple.
Hey! Paimon's been working her butt off too, you know. She flew all over the city helping everyone out.
Don't worry, I saw how hard you worked.
Alright, we all know you're the most hardworking person in Tavad. As long as you're rested and full, that's what really matters. Paimon's been looking around the place, and it seems like the city's already a mend. But Paimon's been wondering how Nahida's doing. We should check.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. Nahida was just expressing concern for my physical and mental well-being.
True, Paimon all about that. We've both been worried about you. Are you feeling
You make it sound like I'm on the brink of some kind of breakdown. Truth is, I'm doing much better than I imagine. If we can just get to the bottom of Dottore's intentions, we can minimize his negative influence. That's the sort of thing I excel at.
Just listen to that newfound optimism. It seems like having you enroll in the Vahumana was a truly inspired move. I can really see the positive influence.
Observe, a classic Sumeru specialty. Chalking everything up to education and learning.
To be honest, even I can sense the change.
Everything Dottore said to you was a way to manipulate your mind. Fortunately, you're no longer under his sway.
Can someone as old as me really continue to grow?
If it helps, just think of yourself as a late bloomer. It's all a matter of phrasing, and it comes down to what standards you measure yourself by. For a puppet, developing at such an age is perfectly normal. But if you choose to call yourself a late bloomer, it sounds more like you consider yourself human.
However you see yourself, well done.
Alright, I see what you mean.
Anyway, what's your next step?
What else can I do but complete my current courses? Everything else can wait. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. There are still things in the city I need to help out with. I'll be heading there now.
I'm so happy that Hat Guy is doing better than we thought. But what about you, Nahida? How are you holding up? The pyronosis burned down the corrupted Irminsul. The flames blazed 7 days and 7 nights before they finally... All that left were the parts underground. Now, Aru shoulders the responsibilities that once belonged to Irminsul. The situation was contained before it got out of hand, so Tevat's most vital information has largely been preserved.
Irminsul has a strong influence over you, doesn't it? How will you cope now that it's gone?
There's no need to worry. Thanks to Nicole's extraordinary talents, my connection to Irminsul has been severed and transposed onto Aru. Angels can do things like that? They can't. These abilities are precisely what makes them so powerful. A goddess of flowers, Nabulikata, once claimed that she too could perform feats beyond the reach of mere mortals. In my eyes, much of what she went on to achieve reached such transcendent levels. Her and Nicole really are both fascinating and magnificent.
So, does that mean your situation is stable now?
Correct. Just imagine that Aru has become the new Irminsul, and the essence of my existence has been bound to it. The wisdom of has all converged to a single, united entity. Should we ascribe this all to fate, or is it merely fortune? Whatever it is, the important thing is that you're okay, Nahida.
Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Greetings, Traveler and Paimon.
Sir Nevis, do you have something urgent to say?
Yes, there's something I need to report. We've received a message from Snaya.
The Fatui Harbinger, the Rooster, sends us his sympathies, along with all the usual pleasantries. His stance is that, following the unrest in Nod Cry, Dottore was subjected to internal censure. This madness was the act of a rogue element, one who cannot be seen to represent the Zapoliarni Palace.
No less than can be expected.
Snezhnaya paid a heavy price working to stop him. They even lost one of their own harbingers. The letter goes on to say that even so, Snezhnaya cannot claim to be blameless. Apparently, they will deal with Dottore's subordinates in accordance with Snezhnayan law, holding all those involved in his crimes accountable. Additionally, they are supplying relief funds and supplies, which are already en route. They hope this will aid in Sumeru's reconstruction.
Sounds like he's got an answer for everything.
True, but as diplomatic rhetoric goes, it's highly effective. Completely watertight, both in logic and sentiment.
This disaster has had a profound impact on Sumeru. There is much that I will keep in my heart. The matter of Dottore can be seen as settled for now. We're sure to cross paths again in the future, and in that light, Snezhnaya would do well. Over actions. With Irminsul burned, the flow of fate now carries many more possibilities. I will be watching carefully.
Perhaps we can move on to a less serious matter? Dendro Archon, will you eat with us once this matter is dealt with? Everyone wishes to celebrate together. Your presence would be most welcome.
Of course! Junior Zod, Sino, and Hypatia all told me the same thing. If there isn't enough room for everyone, we can arrange back-to-back feasts.
What a wonderful idea. That just leaves the question of what we should eat.
Not more tomatoes, surely.
More? Dendro-Archon, what do you mean by more tomatoes?
Those good friends of yours are always talking about tomatoes. Sometimes when I'm walking through the city, I can even hear them arguing in the fields. Since you see them so often, you must hear about tomatoes even more than I do. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. The word has a certain magic to it. Like the autumn fur of a summer beast swirling in the wind, sometimes flying up my nose.
Tomatoes. What can we make with tomatoes? Wait, why tomatoes?
Take your time, there's no need to rush. The traveler, Paimon, and I still have somewhere we need to visit. You'll have plenty of time to think it before I return.
Does this mean you're going to Natlan? Meet them there in person. It will require a long journey.
I know. But this is necessary. I must self. Traveler, Paimon, we'll set off as soon as you're ready. Is that all right?
Sure. We'll be ready whenever you are.
You'll hear no actions from Paimon. We should have some snacks along the way, though. It'll be just like going on a long holiday.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to this so much. That's such a sweet face.
It's super cheerful and positive, too.
I can see that. There are people outside exercising at all hours. Such a healthy way of life.
You came. Welcome, welcome. You must be hungry from your journey. You like something to eat?
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. We've been eating the whole way here. We had a mushroom platter, sap's meat stew, butter braised chicken, hot asara pudding. Paimon's positively stuffed.
All right, all right. No need for all that detail.
Maybe later then. We can wait till everyone's got an appetite, then I'll head out for a meal together.
Sounds like a plan. Let's find somewhere to sit down. I should tell you, I already have some sense of why you've come.
Nahida?
To say thank you.
Your senses are spot on. But on top of that, we also feel guilty.
As the pyronosis has vanished? I sensed its loss.
Despite scouring through the remnants of Irminsul, we couldn't find any sign of the pyronosis. Not even any trace of it burning to ash.
That's certainly unusual. Still, the potential fallout from Irminsul's loss is significant, to say the least. Perhaps the pyronosis's disappearance is simply a knock-on effect of the impact it's had on a certain strand of fate. There's no need to feel guilty. We were clear that this time, there was to be no returning, only giving. Pure and simple.
Thank you really is a fascinating phrase. We use it to express gratitude for the smallest of things. Yet, when faced with a kindness too immense to describe, we use exactly the same words. It's not that we lack other means of expression. It's that when we truly need to express our feelings, the simplest and purest words are always the most powerful.
You're right. In Natlan, we prefer simple expressions too. Companionship, friendship, support. They might not sound fancy, but the sentiment behind them is sincere.
That's wonderful to hear. Sincere feelings are often a vehicle for the deepest wisdom of all.
Irminsul's destruction doesn't seem to have done you much harm. I'm glad to see you're doing well.
There's still a lot of work to do, but before we begin, we felt it was important to come here and speak with you.
Partly to express our gratitude, but also because we felt that seeing you, in a sense, is like basking in warm sunlight.
That's a nice way of putting it. I like that. To tell you the truth, though, I'm not a fan of somber meetings. So, since there's nothing more to say, why don't we go bask in actual sunlight? The weather's beautiful today.
What a great idea! Paimon's gonna lie back and soak up some rays.
In that case, I think I'll lie down for a bit too before we head to our next stop.
And where might that be?
Mondstadt. Paimon and I are gonna head back there with Collei and the gang.
Long ago, I sensed that the god remains inside Collei had come from the goddess of flowers, but I kept it a secret. Those remains weren't hurting Collei, not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, I could sense a deep yearning within her. A yearning for an ordinary life. A yearning to hold on to the hard-won happiness she now enjoys. With someone like her, I have a responsibility to keep her secret.
She should be ready to face the truth by now.
Whenever people meet, there is always the potential to create warmth and kindness. Every child grows up, but even as adults, they are still children in the eyes of certain people.
Oh, just like how Paimon sometimes sees Nahida as a little kid.
So? Well, anyone who's friends with a kid is probably a kid themselves.
Back, we'll actually be hanging out with another of our friends who happens to be a kid. Or more like looking after, in her case. Anyway, we'll always be there to watch out for our friends.
Dear Sucrose, when you receive this letter, I'll probably be as busy as always. But busy with wonderful things. That's because I'm no longer a trainee. I'm now an official forest ranger. Impressive, right? Sino said that official rangers sound much tougher than trainees. Though he did say it was already pretty tough to start out with. You probably heard that something big happened in Sumeru recently. Don't worry, it's all been taken care of. We're heading to Mondstadt soon, so if you're free, maybe we could meet up? Plus, it's not just me. A few of us are going. Hey, do you still remember that time we all got together? You know, when we all went to the Windbloom Festival? It'll be just like that.
Dainari, is that...
Don't you say it! Is that the great Vayuvyastra? Behold, the great Vayuvyastra, General Mahamatra.
How times have changed. I wasn't expecting you to beat me to the punchline. You've changed.
You've really upped the aggression battle against Sino's joke.
Collei, how did you know what I was going to say?
For the love of...
Traveler! Paimon! You're right on time!
I hope we haven't kept you waiting.
Collei!
It's been so long! How you been?
I've been well. Everything's going great. What about you? Are you still busy?
Not at the moment. Oh, right! That juicer you gave us works amazing! Farzan loves it.
Seriously? That's wonderful. I don't suppose you drew up a detailed test report. Oh, what fruits did you use? How's the texture of the final product?
Sucrose, you might want to try asking your questions one at a time.
Albedo! Paimon didn't see you there!
It's been a while since I was together like that. How about we follow the same plan as last time?
Good idea, my friend. You never disappoint.
So, what are your identities this time?
Don't remind him.
First things first. Allow me to introduce our very own official Forest Ranger Collei. The rest of us are simply her humble travel companions.
This sounds like one of those mushy stories that gets people hooked on some corny, heartwarming premise.
Oh, is our story not heartwarming? If I recall correctly, there was even a scene like this in King locations.
Besides being heartwarming, our story's also about tough, impressive-sounding job titles. At least that's what I think.
Oh, you're here already? I'm still giving Dottore a little trim. I won't be a moment.
A trim? Does Dottore need haircuts too?
Of course! It's important to know how to take loving care of the apples of your eye. All of these trivial matters get left to me. It's because I'm an angel, and angels are, in a way, the guardians of all Teyvat.
Oh, right! Well, that's definitely an impressive-sounding job title.
What are you writing?
I'm just brainstorming some cool-sounding lines.
Oh, write them on these card backs.
Of course.
Clearly, my lines are pretty amazing, wouldn't you say?
Miss Nicole.
Collei? You seem a little nervous.
I was just wondering, who was the person you mentioned who needed their wish fulfilled?
Wish? What do you mean?
Miss Nicole asked if we could meet up in Mondstadt once everything was over. She said a friend of hers had a wish that needed my help to come true.
Well, you never mentioned that before. All we knew was that you'd arranged to meet in Mondstadt. But we thought it had something to do with the god remains.
To be fair, everything I told you was true. Anyway, my friend is waiting. Come on, let's pay her a visit.
Huh? You're...
Surprised? I bet you weren't expecting to meet a woman like me beneath this beautiful tree in a faraway land. An oasis will spring from the place where a djinn resides. That saying falls somewhat flat here in Mondstadt, given that everywhere is already so lush and green.
Lilupar! What are you doing here?
I made friends with Miss Nicole. I asked her to bring me here and then invite Collei to come. The prologue to this story is that I have a wish. It has stirred within my heart for centuries, millennia even. Originally, it was merely Al-Ahmar's lie, but now it has become reality.
Could this be...
Related to the goddess of flowers?
My dear young lady, my mistress left her final trace in this world upon you. I can't tell you how glad I am to see you here. And now I have seen you, and peered into your heart. You have experienced hardships and suffered setbacks. The torment an ordinary person might expect to face has befallen you threefold. This is the source of your resilience. But beneath all this, I've witnessed the seeds of desire. You yearn to
I do. I want to throw away everything that isn't mine.
How do you decide what is yours? The scars that others carve into your flesh? The kindness and love they inscribe? Are these things not yours as well?
They are. This is something I've talked about with Miss Nicole. Miss Nicole said I should learn how to adjust my standards. I just want to live as an ordinary human. Anything beyond that isn't mine.
Don't you want anything from the remains of the goddess of flowers?
She gave me a revelation once. I think that's already more than enough.
In the past, you would not have possessed such a rich heart. Your brief life has taught you to hold on to everything good, to home in on kindness. How fascinating. You're nothing like Nabu Malikata, and you're certainly not her.
Of course not. I'm not some great and powerful being.
I am a djinn. We exist because of the Lord of Flowers. We revere and love her. My wish is to see her one last time, to give everything for her.
Collei, can you do this for me?
But her remains won't be easy to remove. Are you sure this is what you want?
That's beside the point. First, I need to know. Are you willing to do something for the soul of this lonely, wandering woman?
I'm willing.
But look, you know nothing about me. Even if you have heard the stories about me, all you would know is that I was rightly punished for the many evil deeds I committed. Ah, so you do know. Your lips are quivering, your eyes trembling, and still you're willing to do something for me. Life has been cruel to you, and yet you've learned to be kind. My dear young lady, to repay your kindness, I too must play my part. Are you sure about this, Lilupar? I yearn to see my mistress. For this moment, the world can burn to ashes, the universe be engulfed in flame. I care about nothing else. And you, Collei, I can give you a gift. You'll become just another ordinary human.
But Miss Lilupar, what will happen to you?
My wish will be fulfilled, and I can die happy.
Why would you wish for that?
A long, unending life might seem desirable for one who has never possessed it, yet it brings torment to one who has. My brains are across the yellow sands, but my soul can find no peace. Since you've promised to grant my wish, give me that release. Allow the dying to die, and let the dead rest in peace. You have my thanks.
Collei, there's no pressure on you. What she said, it's all true. A wish is a genuine desire, after all.
It's as you want to use the last of your life to give me a better future.
Nothing so selfless. We'll be using our futures to fulfill each other's wishes. This is a noble act, a beautiful and secret transaction between two women.
I understand. Miss Lilupar?
Close your eyes, Collei. Then open your soul. From there, I will embrace my mistress. The downpour of flowers is your touch. Like returning to the very beginning. Like surrendering to your grace, my mistress. People say that devotion is beautiful, yet filled with pain. How foolish of them. For me, devotion is beautiful, pure and painless. Devotion is my love.
Thank you.
Lillipore! She disappeared?
She left, carrying the blessing of flowers.
Collei, are you alright?
I'm fine. Now that the remains are gone, I don't actually feel any different at all.
Those remains weren't hurting Collei. Not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, I could sense a deep yearning within her.
Collei must have already received what she was yearning for.
I'm doing fine. I feel relaxed. There's really no need to worry.
Then my wish has come true, too.
To become ordinary?
That's just one of my wishes. Actually, I have a few more. For instance, I want to protect the people I meet and help them find happiness. That sort of thing.
So between Miss Lillipore and me, you fulfilled 2 wishes already, and protected 2 people.
Wonderful, isn't it? I feel so fantastically happy.
I guess that settles things here.
So what's next? What do you want to do when we get back to town?
Collei, look who I brought to see you.
Hey, Collei! I heard you guys were holding some kind of secret event. How come you started without me?
Huh? Oh no, it's nothing like that. We were just saying goodbye to an old friend.
Really? Who?
Me. The old me.
So that's what this is all about. Did you come all the way to Mondstadt for that? Because we knew the old you so we could witness change?
Exactly. The old me is gone. I puffed her into the air, and she became a fluffy pink cloud, floating into the sky, before disappearing forever.
Do you think, maybe up in the sky, she has friends waiting for her with test tubes, flasks, and bows?
Oh, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound so bad after all.
What do you think, Miss Nicole?
I think maybe that's right. At least, if it were up to me, I'd consider that a happy ending.
Dear Sucrose, even though my childhood ended long ago, these past few days have really felt like growing up again. I've become stronger, and I feel like I can finally accomplish things by myself. Surely someone as mysterious as you will find a friend like this fascinating? Always growing, always thriving like a plant. I came to say goodbye to my old self. I know that after this, she'll be gone. Thinking about it makes me feel a little lonely. I know the weakness that kept me company will one day leave me too. But somewhere in my heart, I feel a great sense of joy. It feels like I've always wanted to take this step, to walk towards the new me.